Well, hey, Teen Bickle, we've been talking a lot about those 7 habits of happy kids. So what we want to do is kind of go over and remember some of them. We're going to think about the first 4. Who remembers what is the first habit? Think about that chant we do. I can be a 7 habits leader. I can be proactive, not reactive. I can begin with the end in mind. I can put first things first. I can think win-win. I can seek first to understand, not to be understood. I can synergize with my team, and I can sharpen the saw and take care of me. So, what were the first habit? What was that? Oh, yes, be proactive. That means make those good choices, like our stoplight. The red reminds us to stop and think. The yellow reminds us to take a breath and calm down. We got to think. And then the green reminds us, okay, now that we calm down and we thought, we make a good choice. So proactive. Then we have begin. That's right, with the end in mind. So we begin with the end in mind. So now that means you want to think about what's your end game? Like, what do you want to make happen? What do you want to learn? What do you want to do? How are you going to make a plan to figure that out? And we're going to be talking about that. Each student eventually will have their own goals that they're working for, which I'll talk to you about one-on-one with that. And then, habit 3, be proactive. Begin with the end in mind. The big rocks. Put first things first. Kind of like Jumper when he couldn't find the key because his room was so messy. He needs to first do his big rocks and organize his stuff. So then he'll always be able to find it, right? You got to do those most important things first. So be proactive. Begin with the end in mind. But first things first. And then what's the last one? Think win-win. Very good. So those are the first 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I have a book that kind of covers all of those. So think about any of those habits as we go through the book. Let's see. It's called What If Everybody Did That? And it's written, the author is by Ellen Javernick, and the illustrator is Colleen M. Madden. Now, let's remember, we'll talk about this a lot because you may not remember, and that's okay. The author is the one that writes the words where the letters put together to make words. The illustrator is the one that draws these cool pictures. Do you know the parts of a book? Well, this is the cover. This is the front of the book. This is the spine of the book. Everybody say spine. That's what holds it together. Then, of course, this is the back of the book. When we look at books, we want to have the front and make sure it's not upside down. Am I going to be able to read a book looking like this? No, I got to put it this way. Now, the title is What If Everybody Did That? That's what the book is named. Now, when I open it, you also have what's called a title page. Look at that. It's got the title again. What If Everybody Did That? And here he's got a shopping cart. Looks like he's in a grocery store. Well, let's see what this book's all about. Now, think about those habits. Well, sometimes this is a dedication page where they write it for somebody. It says, to Mike, Becky, Andy, Matt, Lisa, and their families. So that's pretty nice, huh? Okay. So, what if everybody did that? When we went to the zoo, I fed a little of my popcorn to the bear. The zookeeper waved his broom and said, what if everybody did that? Oh, is he making a proactive choice? No, he's not following the zoo rules. He is not at all. Are you supposed to feed the animals? No, that's against the rules. So he's not making a proactive choice. And that's why he says, what if everybody did that? Oh, what would happen? That would not be good. Okay. Says, I just wanted to see how fast the grocery cart would go. It went faster than I expected. When the manager stopped me, she said, what if everybody did that? Okay, so there he is. She stopped him. Oh no, that's what it would look like if everybody did that. Oh, that's horrible. It would be crazy. It wouldn't be safe, would it? Now let me look at the bears. I didn't show you that page. Look what they look like if everybody would just throw food at them. Do the bears look happy? No, and you know what? They don't look healthy either because they're eating too much. They don't look like they feel good on that. They look like they're not feeling too good. Well, let's see. On the way to visit Grandma and Grandpa in Kansas, I dropped just one soda can out the window. The patrolman who pulled us over said, what if everybody did that? Oh, that's a big no-no, isn't it? That's called littering. We don't want to do that because it makes our world, if we had trash all over it, it wouldn't make it pretty, would it? And the animals could eat it and stuff. We don't want that. Look at that. Oh, if everybody's throwing stuff out, that looks horrible. And look, the animals are all sad. So that's why we have rules, right? That's why we have to make good choices as be part of the team of the world and make a good choice for ourselves and for just Earth. At Uncle William's wedding, I took just a little lick of the frosting from the fancy cake. The lady behind the table glared at me over her glasses and said, what if everybody did that? Oh, that's not nice. Was he supposed to eat the cake yet? No, he was not supposed to eat that cake yet. That was not nice. Oh no, now here they come and it's their cake. And it's all ruined. They didn't even get to see it. That probably makes them feel pretty sad. So if we didn't follow the rules, we wouldn't be making a good choice. And then we got to think of the end in mind. If everybody just threw the trash out everywhere, are we thinking of the end in mind? No, because we're just being reactive, throwing trash out, and it would make the world not look very pretty. And it wouldn't be good for our animals and our earth and our plants and our flowers. Well, then what about put first things first? You put first things first by making a good choice for you, okay? Making a proactive choice. Oh, let's see this, though. This might be one for put first things first. I told the babysitter that I took a bath just once a year. As she shooed me into the bathroom, she said, what if everybody did that? Oh, would that be good if we never took a bath? I would say, put first things first. We have to, nowadays especially, it is very important to wash those hands and stay clean on that. It's very, very important. I know your mommies and daddies are talking to you about that too. Now here, look at this. Look at this. This is family portrait. They're all dirty. They haven't had a bath in a year. Oh my goodness gracious. So what if everybody did that? Now, during story time, I had something important to say. I just couldn't wait till the end of the story. The librarian put her finger to her lips and said, what if everybody did that? Is he thinking win-win for everybody? No, he's not working for the team. He just wants to say what he wants to say right then. What if everybody did that on our class meetups with the whole class? No, that wouldn't be nice. A lot of us would get very upset because we wouldn't have a chance to ever talk. So that's why it's important to be proactive and follow those rules. Oh, look at this. They're all saying all sorts of things. And the teacher's like, I can't even teach. They're not listening. They're just talking over me. They're not being nice there. I know they know better. All right. While we sat in the car waiting for Dad, I honked the horn. I just honked a few times, but Mr. Thompson came to his door. He shook his head and said, what if everybody did that? So he's honking, but now he's upset. Because look at this. Look how noisy it would be. It says beep, honk, 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 beep, 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 honk, beep. Boy, that would get frustrating after a while, wouldn't it? At the swimming pool, I just splashed a little. The lifeguard blew his whistle and said, "What if everybody did that?" He's not too happy. Uh-oh, what happened to all the water? Yeah, you got to keep the water in the pool. Sometimes some splashes out, but you got to keep it in the pool. All right, on the bus. I just stood up to see the fire truck. Mr. Gearship glare at me in the review mirror and said, "What if everybody did that?" Oh, see, if you've ever rode, well, think about your car. When you ride in the car, are you supposed to stand up in the car? No. And see, he's standing up on the bus, and that's not good. And look at this. What if everybody did that? Oh, no, it's tipping over. Something like that. That's kind of crazy. Just once, I didn't hang my coat on the rack at school. Miss Sanders made me pick it up and said, "What if everybody did that?" See, that's kind of like your room, not putting things away. See, here, everything's put away. Uh-oh, look at that. Stuff everywhere. Oh, and I think he's even under it. I see his hands up top. At recess, I threw just one snowball at Sammy. Mr. Waters saw me. When he sent me to stand by the wall, he said, "What if everybody did that?" So he threw a snowball. We don't get a lot of snow in Florida, but up where it gets really, really, really cold, they get snow and they can make snowballs. Well, if you started throwing snowballs all over the place, people would not be happy getting hit with snowballs. That would not be good on that. So they're not thinking win-win. They're not making a proactive choice. They're not beginning with the end in mind to think of how people may feel about it. And they're not putting first things first, because first things first is safety too. Is making sure you make good, proactive, safe choices. When we went out for dinner, I just shot one straw wrapper. The waitress stopped taking our orders and looked straight at me. She said, "What if everybody did that?" Oh no. See, nobody would have fun. Nobody would be able to eat. It would just be crazy chaos, just like wild and crazy. After the football game, I just ran on the field to get the quarterback's autograph. The official waved his arms and said, "What if everybody did that?" Look at this. If everybody ran on the field, oh no, in the middle of a game too. That would not be good. Miss Bickle's a big football fan, so that would not be good, would it? When I came home, I gave my mom a hug. What if everybody did that? Look at that. That's a little different. What type of a choice is that? Proactive. Very good. It's a proactive choice. How do you think he felt and his mom felt? They both felt good. So it's a win-win, where all these other situations, people were not happy. So it was not a win-win. So right there, he's putting first things first, thinking about other people too. You got to think about yourself. What's a good, safe choice for you? And how do you think other people may react? Not what they think, but how do they react? You don't want to just go around and do things like crazy, like swing your arms around and whoops, I hit this person, I hit that person. Oh no, that would not be good. That would hurt other people's feelings. So that's what I mean when I say to think about how it would be for other people. You want to make sure you make safe choices for you and for everybody else. So everybody should. Look at that. Look at that. That is awesome. So what I want you to do, and right now I did a little bit of how-to drawing at the beginning of the week. Right now I'm reading you some books and I want to see what you come up with. Everybody's at different stages of how they draw. So I want to see what you come up with. And I know your parent helper may help you a little bit, and that's okay. And then, but then I will eventually teach you how to represent with shapes and everything too. I was doing that a little bit earlier this week. But I want to see what you come up with, because your imagination and your creativity is awesome. So what you are going to do is you're going to draw a picture and you're going to think of something. What if everybody did that? You're going to think of a bad choice. A bad choice. Like think about at home with your rules at home or your rules at school online. What if everybody didn't listen? What would it look like? You could draw the little squares and have little people talking and Miss Pickle would be going, oh no, how would Miss Pickle feel? What if at home you just threw things across the house all the time? How would your mom feel? And you would draw a picture of that, okay? So I want you to show me in your picture a bad choice, not a good one, a bad choice that and how it would look if everybody did that. Because that's not what we want to do. So we want to do it like, what would it look like if everybody did not make good choices? It wouldn't be good, would it? So we had all these examples, like at the zoo, feeding animals, throwing litter, like out of the car, not taking a bath, oh my goodness, and yelling out while the teacher's talking. You can do one of these, or you can do, or honking horns. What if, like, we didn't, I don't know, they already did the grocery store. See, it's late in the day. My brain's getting a little tired. But look at the swimming pool. What if everybody just left all of their stuff at the swimming pool and thinking they'll go back to it the next day? What do you think the swimming pool area would look like? What if everybody put sand in their buckets at the beach and took it home all the time? Would we have any sand left? Not a lot, would we? Right? So what if everybody pulled all leaves off of the trees all the time, or flowers off of the plants? What would it look like? So think about anything that you want to think about. Okay? Think about a sport you like too. What if everybody did something? What would it look like? And talk about it to your parent partner and talk about why it would not be a good choice on that. So, all right. See you guys. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Bye.